Yeah, water's definitely healing.
Healing is something Becky Schaefer knows about all too well. As the co-founder and executive director of the nonprofit Saving Grace, she works every day to provide a safe place for young women.
They find us because they're homeless. Oftentimes they're couch surfing, they're sleeping on somebody's couch and have just really the only belongings they have are just a few items in a sack. Sometimes they're sleeping in shelters, sometimes they're sleeping in their vehicle.
The organization began, as most do, with humble beginnings. In 2009, Becky and her husband opened Saving Grace in a convent near Old St. Mary's Hospital in Rogers.
Saving Grace was established to provide housing for girls that are aging out of foster care.
For over 15 years, the organization has developed a program giving young women support, counseling, and the skills they need to break the cycle of generational poverty. It's a cycle that Becky is familiar with.
These girls, their stories are my story. I was taken away from my mother as a child. I grew up in a violently abusive home. We would go days without eating.
Saving Grace is going above and beyond for young women. Its program is designed to serve those between the ages of 18 and 25 to set them up for success and show them how to survive and thrive.
We're not a shelter. We really are a transitional living program. We have a program that is 2 to 4 years. It's really as long as they need. And we provide life skills, opportunities for them to heal, opportunities for them to go to counseling. We connect them with 3 women who mentor for life.
The organization is now located on a 50-acre farm in Centerton. Upon arrival, the girls receive food, counseling, and services like going to the eye doctor and the dentist. They have their own rooms that are decorated.
She's strutting. She knows she's pretty.
The farm has chickens and horses and tranquil places allowing for reflection and healing.
We have a swing out in an oak tree out by the pond. They'll swing for miles and miles and miles. And the beautiful thing about that is when they're swinging, they're healing their childhood wounds.
Becky gives credit to the community for being a true partner in being able to sustain Saving Grace, from donating money, time, and support.
We have a beautiful, beautiful space that they live in because the community showed up for them. I think it's so cool that the community shows up for girls they've never even met.
And it's with the community's continued support that Saving Grace is able to expand in its current location. There are 11 young women who call Saving Grace home, but that number will soon grow to 29. The property will have 2 houses and a few tiny homes.
I didn't build this. Northwest Arkansas built this.
The girls are celebrated in a big way once they graduate.
We pay for their first month's rent and utility deposits, and then we provide $2,000 for their savings account, but they have to have $2,000 in it, so there's a match.
And what does success look like for those who have come through the program?
We have girls who are dental hygienists. We have girls that are licensed therapists. They've gone on to college and to do great things. We have a girl right now in welding school. Hey, ladies.
Since opening in 2009, Saving Grace has served around 250 women. With her faith and community support, Becky continues the work she set out to do over 15 years ago and hopes Saving Grace will continue to be a part of changing the lives of young women for many years to come.
I know that eventually I need to pass this on to somebody else, and I need to do it in a way that is with grace and intentionality so that it can continue down the road after we're gone. We still have so much work to do.
At the heart of that work are the girls who have overcome so much in their lives. Looking back, Becky knows firsthand what it's like to feel alone after experiencing her own trauma.
I can't even describe the fear I felt when I was in college and didn't really have a place to go. It's a lonely feeling. I don't want them to feel this way. I don't want them to feel like I did when I aged out.
And her hope for the women at Saving Grace?
Everybody needs somebody that celebrates them and is there in the hard days and there in the good days. And that's what I want for these girls.
This is going to be our summer hours, okay? So about an hour earlier from now on until we tell you different, okay? Thank you. God bless you.
This is what a normal Wednesday looks like at the Paris Christian Center.
And there's my favorite little guy. Oh my gosh.
That's Pastor Kelly Sprick, who started her pastoral journey in 2019.
What is this dog's name? I look forward to seeing him every Wednesday. Bye, you little mean guy.
And it didn't take long for her to realize that there was another calling she would fulfill.
I just saw people really suffering in so many ways, but one of the number one ways is in food insecurity.
Then an idea sparked.
About 2 weeks into being a pastor, I just woke up and I felt something inside of my heart just shift, and I knew that I needed to do more in my community to help people that were hungry. You take care. God bless you.
Kelly noticed the need to address hunger in her community, and she started to build personal relationships with her neighbors. And the need was everywhere she turned.
I saw it in my church. I saw it in our local senior center. I saw it in the school districts.
The food outreach ministry was launched. And with the help of volunteers from those young in age to those in their 90s, every day of the week is spent preparing to get food into the hands of those who need it most. Mondays are spent cooking, preparing, and packaging, as well as delivering meals to local seniors. Tuesdays are for stocking the pantry. Wednesdays are distribution days. Thursdays and Saturdays are for pantry appointments, and Fridays are pop-up pantry days.
We basically do food 7 days a week. Regardless of the why, we are going to fulfill their need. Good morning.
Kelly's efforts have not gone unnoticed. Our team visited the pantry on a distribution day, and the line was wrapped around the church. The boxes of food have fresh fruit and vegetables. Sometimes it includes meat and cheese.
Great minds think alike, right?
The boxes offer nutritious options for community members to prepare food at home. And we asked several residents about the impact the pantry is having.
You wouldn't believe how much it helps. They deliver meals to the seniors on Monday evening too.
This is Tina Lemons. She lives in Paris and is picking up food boxes for neighbors who are not able to attend.
So I always get 3 boxes because I get for 2 other ladies as well.
Hey, Mr. Brown. Thank you. Thank you.
Tina isn't the only one picking up food for others.
We have 3 families that we give to normally.
This is Sandy and Russell Brown. They say the ministry Kelly created is critical, and no matter how busy she is, Kelly is always there to serve people in need.
She always has time for you. You can stop her in the market and she'll listen, and always is open, even as busy as she is.
Kelly said she has a special place in her heart for the elderly community and wants to make sure they are not forgotten. She knows several by name.
Good morning, Miss Belinda. How are you?
Kelly says the food outreach ministry continues to grow, and anyone is welcome to serve as a volunteer.
One of the most important things that a person can ever do is learn how to think about someone else besides themselves.
With 1 box of food at a time, Kelly is ensuring the community of Paris knows that no matter what they are going through, that they are not alone. Some might say what Kelly has created is remarkable. We asked her about her thoughts on her nomination.
I don't see what I'm doing as remarkable. I see that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
And what Kelly is doing is making a big impact on her community. And she says it's made a difference in her own life.
What I have done is changed my life. It's changed me as a person, as a pastor, as a mom, as a wife. I'm doing what God told me to do. I'm doing what I felt in my heart was needed in my community, and that has been my driving force, is to just be a help and a service to people.
This isn't a story about loss. This is a story about love, devotion, and what love can look like at even the direst times.
My name is Amy Culpepper, and I am a caregiver to my husband and a wife, and that's about it.
My name is Tommy Edward Culpepper Jr.
Let's start from the beginning. In 2011, Tommy Culpepper had a problem. It was his shoes. He'd bought a pair, but he didn't like them, so he reached out to customer service. On the other end of the line was Amy. She helped with the shoes, but he did have one more thing he wanted to talk about.
He called me the next day to ask me if he could take me to lunch or dinner to show his appreciation.
Dinner was an Angus burger and loaded Texas fries made by Tommy himself. It must have been a good dinner.
Think about it. We're still here today.
In October of 2011, Tommy and Amy made it official. For the next several years, they lived a life not unlike other happy relationships. Tommy was there for Amy, and Amy for Tommy. Lots of give and take. But in 2019, another lunch would bring news that would change that dynamic.
We met up for lunch, and I shared with her everything that was told to me, didn't sugarcoat anything.
Tommy had been feeling ill for a while. At first it was little things like muscle twitching and weakness. He went to a doctor where he got a clean bill of health, but he knew something wasn't right.
The weakness was still there. It was still there, and I tried to ignore it.
After a while, Tommy knew he couldn't ignore it anymore. He knew something was off, so he again went to get medical attention. This time he got a different neurologist who ran a litany of tests, what Tommy called real tests. Then some days later, while in a meeting at work, Tommy got a call from his doctor's office.
Dr. Kaplan needs you to come in right away. We have information on your results. And I said, okay, is everything okay? She wouldn't tell me.
Tommy excused himself from his meeting and left to hear the news that would change his and Amy's life.
He closed the door, sat down, and I knew there was something. And that's when he started explaining a motor neuron disease, which is ALS.
His doctor explained that there are 2 types of ALS, one that's treatable and one that's not.
I have the motor neuron disease that's not curable, not treatable.
We just cried. I mean, that's all we could do.